show, everybody. Welcome to Carthage. We are a little late getting to you. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Center went 3 up and 3 down. And now they are with 2 outs and a runner on second and third. We are facing a 2-ball, 2-strike, and we'll turn it over now to the voice of the Rough Riders, Jason Locke.
All right, the Riders have T.J. Bellin on the mound. And the pitch comes home. This is going to be fouled off the batter's arm. So 2 outs here. 2-2 count, runner at second and third.
That's a hard way to stay alive, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a brand new turf field. I think this is the second year they played on it. And that turf bounces, so that ball went straight down, came back up, and hit him in the forearm. This one's going to be fouled off down the first base side. So T.J. Bellin battling here. Count still 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 on.
Our starting pitcher is Bellin. That's brought to you by East Texas Auto Motor, the official repair shop of the Rough Rider broadcast team.
And a breaking ball stays high. So the count will run full 3-2 with 2 outs. This is Soap at the plate for the Bulldogs. He is the catcher. And payoff pitch hit hard into center field. Caleb Mosley makes the play, and the Riders are able to get out of the inning and strand 2 Bulldogs.
All right, 0-0 is where we leave it. We'll keep it here, and I'll do some ads for you from the ones that we missed for our B3 Car Wash pregame show. It's rainy today, so you're probably not going to go to B3 Car Wash, but as soon as the weather clears up, get on by. Use the wand yourself or use the tunnel. Either way, it's all good at B3, bringing you the pregame show for Rough Rider baseball. And if we do any softball, they'll be doing that as well. We certainly hope. We also say a big thank you to Hope Medical. That brings us our injury report. And as far as we know, the injury report is 100%. At least it was during the last game, which was a 10-0 10-run rule over Gilmer.
That's right. These Bulldogs put it on, the Rough Riders put it on Gilmer. 10-run rule, short game. What we like to hear. We'd love to see that tonight, but against the Carthage Bulldogs, that's unlikely.
Yeah, if we do, I'll buy you a Coke on the way home.
That's a deal.
And also during the pregame show, we would have heard from Ray Jones Chevrolet and Shires or Locke, either one. What are the Ray Jones keys to the game tonight, you think?
You know, I think the eliminate the mistakes. The game we saw against Henderson the other night, they were in that game the whole time, but an error here, a missed throw there, and base running mistakes, just the simple things. They ended up losing that ball game. If you erase the errors, they win that ball game.
Okay, erase the errors. The Ray Jones keys. Go by and see the new Chevrolets, the pre-owned vehicles. I'm showing you as best I can this beautiful baseball stadium, and they have a good crowd. Several Rough Riders here tonight, but always a lot of folks. And then right next door in the softball lot, the Lady Dogs were playing. And boy, when we came in, we went, my goodness, look at all the people.
Yeah, this is a beautiful ballpark. Or at least the majority of the stadium is covered.
Right.
Even though it's rainy tonight, a lot of folks came out. Beautiful
well.
Place. Brand new. Everything is nice and shiny. We're in a brand new press box. First time we've ever had this. It wasn't even here last year.
We're not wet.
We're not wet. That's the key.
And so that fan update, that Spirit update's brought to you by Gaddy's Medical Supply. If you need to recover and you need special supplies for that, right there on Hurst Street and also in Nacogdoches, Gaddy's Medical.
Cody Atkinson steps in for the Riders here in the top of the second inning. He'll lead things off. We have Dylan Davenport on the mound for the Bulldogs, a standout pitcher here for Carthage. And he's going to start things off with a low fastball away for ball 1. We've seen Davenport before. He is an impressive young man, big right-hander, and he comes with some good stuff. And another fastball, and that one's going to catch the outside corner, so the count's 1-1 to Cody Atkinson. Cody starting in left field tonight. See if he can get things going. He is batting in the 5-hole. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So we'll go Cody Atkinson, Case Milford, and Sutton Link will come to the plate.
I may have misspoken. In the first inning, we had 4 batters up, right?
Yes, we had one reach and a big swing by Cody, and he'll go down on strikes. He wanted that one bad and just couldn't quite connect.
Second baseman, number 3, Case Milford.
So that brings Case Milford to the plate. playing second base for the Riders tonight.
Shires, what's the kind of the scouting report on Milford?
Well, what we saw the other night, he played some excellent defense at second base, made a number of put-outs, made contact with the baseball, but just couldn't put it where they weren't.
A little behind that fastball for strike one. We heard one of our Carthage friends kind of give us a scouting report on Davenport. We'll tell you about that in a minute. That fastball misses outside. I can't remember. Do you remember what team they were playing?
I'll just go ask him.
Yeah, it was a 10-run rule shutout. Davenport faced 15 in 5 innings and sat down 15. He pitched a heck of a ball game. Don't hear a lot of that in high school, East Texas high school play, but he faced the max and sat down the max. And shows bunt, gets the bunt down. It's going to go back to the pitcher. Davenport handles it, goes to first base, and Cade Moore puts it away. So Milford, trying to mix things up a little bit, lays down a good bunt, just not able to beat it out at first base. So the Riders have 2 outs on the board.
He hesitated a little bit, Locke. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he popped the ball in the air, and I don't know if he thought maybe it was going foul, but anyway, he was late getting out of the box.
Yeah.
So this is Sutton Link, another, I believe, true freshman, getting the start tonight for the Rough Riders.
Look where he's setting up, Locke.
Yeah, he is toeing the line. Link starting over in right field. He is right up on the plate. All the Riders doing that, trying to give Davenport less room to throw that ball. That's going to be fouled back. Count now 1-1.
Have you told the Davenport story?
I told a little bit of just the highlights. What did you find out
Gilmer
on your?
Was
it was
opponent.
Gilmer who he plays. Okay. And Link with a big swing and a miss there. So the count now 1-2.
There's a nice off-speed pitch there coming. Looks like he got him with the changeup. Ooh.
And takes a close pitch for ball 2.
Hard to take that because the home plate umpire's outside area is a little iffy at the moment. I've seen him call that a strike a couple times already.
And this is going to be a flare into right field. The second baseman goes back, and Sam Watson, the second baseman, able to make the catch. And the Riders not able to get any damage done. We go to the bottom of the second. The score here 0-0.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store. You'll find us on Facebook only. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out as we have auctions going on right now. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, an online auction store that can save you lots of money. Go check out our page, bid on items you like, and save yourself a lot of money. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, Facebook only, located in Center. At Sparky D's Bargain Store, we'll save you more.
All right, so it's. I wanted you to hear that. I wanted y'all to get a little local color as their announcer is
a little bracing. Bracing is the word I'm going to go with.
0-0. They've only gotten one person on base to this point, and but they held Carthage to no runs in the first. Now they're second at bat.
And the first pitch is going to come to Cade Moore. He's leading things off here for the Bulldogs. They've got Moore, Ritter, and Crawford coming up. Moore's the 6-hole hitter. plays first base. And Bellin delivers the pitch. It's a comebacker to the mound. Bellin handles it easily and throws him out to Jaden Lane at first base.
Okay.
Nice little pitch, nice little catch, nice little throw, and that's how it's done.
No drama. No drama on that one.
TJ was our play of the game last week. He made one of the most incredible shortstop plays I think I've ever seen in high school. Coach Moore was beside himself. He said, I've just never seen it in high school.
Well, what did he do?
It was a hard shot right over the mound. It was actually on the second base side. Bellin comes from deep at shortstop, fields the ball, spins 180 degrees, and then throws off balance to get the runner at first.
Wow.
It was an incredible play.
With a great pickup by our first baseman, Lane, I believe, too. I mean, made a great – oh, it was a nice pitch, but did not go around.
All right, this is Caden Ritter, the center fielder. So the count now 2-0. See if TJ can get back on top of this. And there's a call strike, so the count now 2-1.
Bellin, a three-star standout. I mean, he's a starter. And
Absolutely.
he played great minutes in football.
And this little flare to second base, and we're going to see Case Milford glove that. And they get the runner at first. Good job. Nice scoop over there again by Lane.
Yep. Been very impressed with Lane over there. He's because Milford had to hurry that throw, and it was low.
So it's going to bring Crawford to the plate. He's the third baseman. Seeing a lot of good ground ball inducements here from Bellin. If he can keep this up, spells well for the Rough Riders. And that in and tight right under the chin. Backs Crawford up. And that fastball goes low and away. So 2-0.
I thought that pitch looked pretty good.
Well, Bellin came high, then he went low. I'm thinking changeup. Yep,
Change
changeup, and unfortunately that one well outside. So a 3-0 count here.
There's a good bit of foul territory in this stadium as well.
Yeah, right. Maybe not quite as much as center, but very similar.
Yeah.
And that's going to be ball 4. You see Bellin wiping his hand. I'm wondering how wet the baseballs actually are. One bad thing about playing in kind of this misty rain is everything eventually is wet.
And I would think turf holds moisture a little bit longer. I mean, I know it drains, but this kind of stuff might be a little more difficult to keep your equipment dry.
So Crawford's at first. LeGrone comes up. He's the 9-hole batter. Good lead at first. Bellin's going to step off and think. 2 outs, so we'll see if they put the runner in motion.
I think they probably will at some point.
Yeah, you're 9 holes at the plate. So this is going to be foul back. All right, so do you run your 8-hole hitter with your 9-hole at the plate trying to get to the top of the order with 2 outs, or do you leave him there? I say you run him.
Yep.
And there he goes. He hesitated. Lout's going to have a chance.
Nope.
Oh, and the relay not able to pick that up. Case Milford made a stab for it, misses the ball, and it goes into center field. So a tough play. It was coming to Milford on the hop, but Lout had him if they could have handled the throw.
And it was on the wrong side of the bag. It was on the third base side. If it had been on the first base side, I think he's out.
All right, so they did take the chance, advance the runner into scoring position. So LeGrone at the plate has a 1-1 count with 2 outs and a man at second.
Right, so it was a ball call at home.
And that pitch high out of the zone.
Bellin's got a pretty good little pop on his fastball lock.
You know, he's just one of those athletes. I think you could hand him a sailboat, and in a few minutes he'd be able to work it. I mean, he's just so gifted. And that pitch stays high as well. Not happy with himself. I'm wondering if he's having a little trouble getting a grip on the ball in this kind of wet, cold, nasty night. And this is going to be foul back. 3-1 count.
Of course, this is what got us in trouble against Henderson the other night, Locke, remember?
Yeah.
We got the ninth man got on.
And they small balled it a little bit on us the other night, and we made an error or two here and there, and things got out of hand. Full count, 2 out. And they're going to call that ball 4. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Bellin's a little frustrated, too.
That was right down the pipe, folks.
I already keyed up the K.
Lout never moved his glove. I mean, he just closed on it, and I think everybody was shocked, including Carthage, that wasn't a call 3 strike. Okay, so that puts runners at first and second. They're back to the top of the order now. This is number 6, Chambers, the leadoff batter, with 2 men on, 2 outs. And that high ball, Bellin is just having a tough time gripping the ball.
Right. Oh, that's a nice pitch.
And that's a pretty pitch.
The breaking ball, wasn't it?
Looked like it.
Yeah, if you'll watch his stride, he's not bending over the pitch. He's kind of standing up. That's going to be chopped to third. Easton Wolf goes to the bag for the force. Smart play. Takes the force. That's the third out. They strand 3 runners, and the Riders get out of trouble. No score here in Carthage. It's 0-0. We'll be right back.
We appreciate Blake Furniture, one of our sponsors for baseball, and we encourage you to go by and see Mr. Lawrence and the gang at Blake Furniture. We'll be right back.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
The game is also brought to you, Center Baseball in part, by Bird Forestry. And Bird Forestry is a remarkable local commodity, isn't it?
They absolutely are. Any forestry needs you have, whether it's timber management, range management, riparian research as far as creeks and stream beds and things like that, Bird Forestry offers the full gamut of forestry management services.
Look, everybody talks now about the green economy and doing all that stuff. Well, Bird Forestry was country when country wasn't cool. They were doing reclamations and carbon credits and all that stuff a decade ago, long before it became big news.
Yeah, they dabble in land mitigation. They even go down into some of the metro areas in Houston and Dallas and places and help do some restoration in downtown, cityscapes is the word they use.
Yeah.
But they'll plant trees and manage that for people. It's an unbelievable amount of services that Bird Forestry offers.
Your son is at work outdoors in what state in the Northwest?
He is in Idaho.
Idaho, yes.
Does he have a relationship with companies and forces like Bird Forestry?
Absolutely, and a big shout out. So my son's education, Bird Forestry provides scholarships to students in wildlife and forestry management, and my son was fortunate enough to use one of those when he was at Texas A&M getting his education. So Bird Forestry, a big part of my son being able to follow his dreams.
And by the way, those of you in the audience, we didn't set that up. That just happened. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Davenport still on the mound. Got number 6 for the Rough Riders at the plate.
That's going to be Caleb Mosley. Playing center field for the Riders tonight. Again, 3-star athlete. was a linebacker, and then came off the bench for the Riders in baseball.
Big swing there. He was looking to put one out in the pine trees, so the count now 1-1.
So you're saying another three-sport
Yes.
talent.
Yeah. And coming on, I mean, and developing and getting confidence. He was our Central Rail Company Player of the Game during football season, probably in I think early part of district or mid part of district. Just a good kid.
And another swing and a miss there. And, whoa, that was a call 3 strike. That was a high fastball way outside the zone, but he got the call.
Let's see if we got it in here. I don't have it on here. We got to change it. Larry Pierce and I were talking.
Come on up.
No, it's come on, Blue.
All right, so Gage Vidrine, he's going to step in as the DH tonight. He's DHing in Colby Lout's spot down in the 9 hole. And he takes that fastball down and away for strike 1. Well, Davenport doesn't waste a lot of pitches. You're gonna see those down and away fastballs, and then he comes back high. This one's going to be about elbow high.
You know, it reminds me of Jason of Covington.
Yeah.
Remember we had Covington
Jackson
here?
Covington,
Jackson
you're
Covington.
right. Pitched well for SFA.
I mean, he just didn't waste pitches. You just knew the first 2 pitches were going to be strikes, but not hittable.
And that one catches that corner again. He is living right there on that outside corner with that fastball. The rider's going to have to make an adjustment in the dugout.
From where I'm standing, the catcher's mitt is way outside, so it's crossing the plate just at the last second.
And this one's going to be fouled off the handle.
Well, the interesting part, Locke, is, again, like we talked about, all the riders they're really crowding the plate. They're right there, right on the inside of that batter's box for the purpose of, I think, trying to get to that outside pitch.
Yeah, but a lot of them are holding up on it, and they're going to have to start throwing their hands at it and take it to the opposite field. They need to be hitting everything to right field tonight. And there he goes, back outside. That one misses, so the count now 2-2.
And from where I'm standing, it looked like the same exact spot.
It's the same spot. And, you know, the umpire is set up, you can see, over the left-hand shoulder of the catcher. That one's fouled away.
That's what you're talking about, Locke. That's what they got to do.
That's what Gage did, the exact thing that I'm talking about. You just got to throw your hands out there and slap at that ball and try to push it to right field or foul it off, one of the two. Davenport's not going to miss too many times. And there it is. Strike 3, same pitch, same result.
I would have sworn that was out low and away.
All right, well, back to the top of the order for the Riders. T.J. Bellin trying to help his own cause tonight. Unfortunately, doing it with 2 outs.
And how is he as a hitter?
He battles. He battles hard. Let's see if he can square something up. Now, one thing about if you get a hit off Davenport, you're probably going to push it to right field, so a lot of opportunity for a double here. He was a little bit behind that fastball. And fastball outside goes right back. You can tell when a right-handed pitcher lives on the outside corner by looking at where his second baseman is.
Yep.
Okay.
Second baseman's a yard back on the grass. That means that he is going to live on that outside corner, and if you hit him, you're going to be behind the ball and you're going to push it to right field. That's why the second baseman is where he's at.
Okay, makes sense.
And that one fooled Bellin. He was way behind on that, kind of a little half-check swing, and unfortunately the Riders go down. Number 8, number 9, and number 1 will set down. We will leave this inning and come back to the bottom of the 3rd.
We'll hear from Granny Bees.
Well, we just have to talk about Granny
Let's
Bees.
talk
right
about
now.
Granny Bees.
Well,
It's almost to that time of year where the snow cone.
Well, of course, you know, we haven't. called it in a couple years, but Granny B is the sponsor for the Granny B Grand Slam. If we get a Grand
that's true.
Slam.
And one of the reasons, one of the last Grand Slams was in the Granny B's family,
That's
wasn't it?
exactly right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Remember, it was a big call. Remember, we got that call. It was a nice call.
Right.
Locke was there.
And it was against Carthage Bulldogs.
Was it?
It was.
Oh, there was one. He
Yeah.
hit one in the playoffs against Pleasant Grove, but I think he hit one at home against the.
Yes, he hit a Grandy against the Carthage Bulldogs
right.
at a home game
Yeah.
at the Horseshoe.
That's right. That's
I
right.
think that's the one we have the call for. I need to find that.
Yes.
I have it
But
on
you
my
know,
computer.
My
back home.
favorite snow cone from Granny B's is Tiger Blood.
Yeah, got to have some tiger blood.
Hey, they have a full sugar-free menu.
Oh.
For those that are, there were
know
several requests a couple of years ago from some diabetics and people and they took care of that. They have a full sugar-free menu to choose from.
All right, there
Interesting.
you go.
All right, let's now hear from Covington Lumber, and we'll be right back.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Everybody, welcome back. Here we go. We go to the bottom of the third. Still zeros on the scoreboard all the way across.
To this point, the Rough Riders have fought well on defense. The Bulldogs have gotten runners to second, I think third, both innings.
Yeah.
But
With
hadn't
with
scored.
no hits. Doing it with no hits.
Bellin starts things off high and outside. This is number 23, Sam Watson, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. He steps in on the left side.
I see no hits. One player got boinked in the helmet. So.
And goes back outside for ball two. Yeah, that's before we got on the air. We had a little dunk and dink there off the top of the helmet. And that's going to be ball three. So unfortunately, 3-0 again.
Looked pretty good along the outside, I thought. Maybe it's only getting on the right side of the plate.
And there's the call he should have gotten. That was ball four,
Yeah,
but that was
ball
a strike.
four.
Bellin snatches the ball out of the air. You can tell he's frustrated. I agree with him. That pitch caught the corner, no doubt.
He's hitting the corner, but I guess maybe, like you said, the umpire has a better view of it since he's lined up over the left-hand side. By the way, this game has a little bit of import. The Dogs are 3-1. The Rough Riders are 1-3, but the Dogs are third, and Center is fourth. So right now, these are playoff teams fighting each other. A win, an upset at home would be something for the Riders.
So they're going to throw down on Watson. He is back safe. So the pitch home was called a ball. This is Davenport at the plate, the pitcher. So they're going to have to keep an eye on Watson. He had a huge jump over there. Lout tried to pick behind him. They're going to go straight over from the pitcher's mound. He's back safe. Easton Wolf well in on the grass just in case Davenport lays down a bunt.
I think he faked a bunt on the first pitch.
Squares to bunt, high and inside. Nobody moves. Of course, you know, with a rainy, wet night like this, it's a great night to actually bunt because that ball's just going to die.
That's true.
Even on turf, which is pretty bouncy normally on a bunt play, but it's going to die because everything's wet. So let's see if he can put one down here. He squares early, shows, and steps off.
Little cat and mouse here.
Now, I know Bellin is wanting to throw under his hands, but he's got to remember he's got to throw some strikes.
Yeah. There we are.
There's a strike right down the middle. So the count now 2-1. Watson did not go over at first base. Carthage coach gives a signal. Everybody checks their signal cards now, guys. We're a long way from the old hand signals. Show and bunt. Lays it down the first base line.
Oh, nice bunt.
TJ's going to take it to first, and the out is made, but it does advance the runner.
That was just about a perfect bunt.
Couldn't ask for much better. Good job by Davenport. All right, so Preston is going to come to the plate. He is the left fielder. Runner stands at second with 1 out. All right, another left-hander. Let's see where the strike zone goes. Bellin's going to have to be right over the plate if he's going to get his call.
We're going to try to bunt
They
again.
show bunt again, but pull back. The ball gets away from Lout, but not very far. It is called a ball at the plate, so he was able to get the bat back.
Now that is truly small ball when you bunt with 1 out with a man on second.
Squared, bunted down the third baseline. Nobody covers third base. Bellin is going to stand there and look because there is nothing he can do, folks. That was perfect right down the line toward third base. Wolf had to cover third because the runner was coming. Unfortunately, it was hit hard enough. Bellin had no play anywhere. So the Carthage Bulldogs with runners at first and third with 1 out. It's going to bring up number 7, Soap. He is the catcher for the Bulldogs.
Twice the ice brings the strikeouts. It would be real nice if right about now we had a twice the ice if he iced him.
Well, they're definitely going to send the runner here with 1 out. So we're going to see Colby Lout steps up, gives the defensive play. Second and short, have a quick little convo in the middle. They're going to pick it first.
Oof.
Almost threw the ball away. Good job by Jaden Lane getting off his feet and getting that.
Seen Lane go low. Now we saw him go high to get that one.
Yeah, pretty good performance over there at first.
Preston breaks for second. The pitch is inside, and this ball wet and is thrown away. There was a call play. Lout was throwing to the shortstop position, but there was a mix-up, and Logan Horton broke for second.
I see. And I'm sorry, those of you watching. I was following to second. I didn't see the throw. You didn't either. But so the plan was to throw to shortstop.
The plan was to throw to the shortstop, but he was supposed to stay put and try to catch the runner coming. But Horton broke for second. So miscommunication there by the center infield.
I was on a Little League team where that call was called 999.
Unfortunately, that's going to score the run, first run of the game on the error. And the Rough Riders have a runner at third with 1 out. Check that. The Bulldogs have a runner at third with 1 out. That's going to draw a visit by the center coach.
Yeah, that gives me a chance to say thank you to JBI Insurance. Joe Bill Matalier has been with the Rough Riders since the first football game and will stay with us through the last baseball game or tennis tournament or whatever it is that we close with. He'll be there, and he's also right across from Tammy Steptoe Realty, your real estate dealer in Shelby County. It's JBI Insurance.
All right, well, after the visit from the mound, TJ Bellin's going to settle in. Soap steps back in, runner at third with 1 away. The count is 2-0 to Soap. Well outside, goes 3-0.
Boy, I don't want to have runners on the corners again if you can help it.
And there's a strike. So 3-1 count. Soap had towed all the way over the white lines. His front of his shirt was over the plate.
Yeah.
Trying to draw that ball 4. This hit hard, went under the legs of TJ Bellin. Nothing he could do about that, all the way to center field.
With the first hit of the game.
That's the first true hit and scored a run. So unfortunately, runner scores from third. That makes it 2-0 Bulldogs. They'll pick Soap for a pinch runner, and that brings up number 8, Cade Moore. Riders going to have to settle down here, play for the outs. Another big lead over at first base.
It's really only one error, which was I guess the shortstop's error on the throw.
Yeah, there was a mix-up on the communication. Somebody didn't get a signal or got the wrong signal. We're not sure who, but, yeah, it did cost us a run there. You see Bellin asking for a dry ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think the moisture's starting to affect things. And the runner goes. Lout's got him with the throw. He is
Got him.
out at second base.
Perfectly done.
There
Nice
we go.
throw by Colby Lout coming up and gunning that runner down. They were going to keep running until we stopped them, and Colby finally said enough. All right, so 2 outs there. That'll help your pitcher feel a little bit better about things.
Yeah, that's right. All you got to worry about is the guy at the plate now.
All right, a 2-0 count to the batter. And that's a strike on the inside corner. I guess Bellin figured I'm not going to get the outside call, so I'm going to come inside. Comes inside again. This one's fouled off down the first baseline for strike 2. So the count now 2-2.
Oh, there we go.
Inside under his
got it.
hands,
Iced
and that
him.
is a twice the ice strikeout by T.J. Bellin.
At a time that they needed it after giving up 2 runs, the Rough Riders are out of the third inning. We'll be right back with the top of the 4th after this.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries, come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tennaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Everybody, welcome back. Here we go. We're at the top of the 4th. Carthage able to get 2 in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 hits. Two excellently executed bunts.
Yes.
One of them, it went down and it wasn't going to go foul, and then a hit right back up the middle, right underneath the legs of Bellin, scores another run. So Carthage gets 2.
Hey, nothing you can do single. And Shires, what was the last thing you purchased at Mooney's Emporium?
Last thing I purchased,
Yes.
some mix for pecan pie cobbler.
Okay. Pecan pie without the crust.
Yeah.
Ah,
I got some of that good old, I'll call it spices.
That's right. The good stuff.
I can't say on the air what it's actually called, but it's good stuff. We'll say that.
Top of the 4th, Jason Locke.
All right, well, here we go. Davenport still on the mound.
The last thing I know that got purchased at Mooney's Emporium was a purse.
And the Riders going to get a hit here from number 10, but it's going to be scooped up by the first baseman.
It's kind of a
and
slow
make the
roller.
play. Nice to see us put it in play, though.
Yeah.
That's the key.
If that was only Bill Buckner at first.
All right, so that was Jaden Lane. Swung at the first pitch he saw. Grounds out to first. Now we've got number 1, Easton Wolf, comes to the plate.
If the first thing he saw was away and low, he should have swung.
Davenport goes right back outside with a fastball. He's going to miss low.
we're rolling. We're an hour in, just about halfway done.
It's an efficient game from both sides. And that one low, too. Same spot, same pitch, same call. 2-0. Wolf hits this hard right down the first base line, but it does go foul.
Lots of stuff going on Friday in the world of sports. 2 other baseball games. Gilmer is playing Henderson. That's the number 6 and number 4 team in action. And Kilgore and Spring Hill are playing.
Whoa, and Easton has to duck this one. It was right behind his helmet. You see Davenport wiping his hand off.
Yeah.
Everything out there, folks, has got to be wet. We're in the, 4th inning now, so every baseball,
Right.
whether it's in the umpire's pocket or not, is going to be damp by now. So probably going to see quite a few wild pitches from here on out. 3-1 count, and this is going to be fouled off, so the count runs full here for Wolf.
I think they need to take the balls and put them in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Run them over to the concession stand, drop them in the fryer.
Got to put them in the humidor like they did up in was that Denver, where they kept the game balls in the humidor.
That's right.
All right, Wolf, another one of those true freshmen. Fantastic athlete, just starting here for the Riders. A lot of young ones. He fouls this one off as well. The future looks bright for the Rough Riders.
No joke. In all sports, but baseball especially. How many of them are freshmen or sophomores that we're talking about tonight?
Well, I know Sutton Link and Easton Wolf for sure. A couple of young guys.
Our relief pitcher is also a freshman.
And there's ball 4. Wolf's going to get a bag.
He says, I know that's low and away, and I know, sir, you're going to call that, but not this time. He just took off running.
Well, I can't blame Davenport. He's been getting that call all night long.
Right.
I would have gone back there too. All right, so we got Logan Horton coming to the plate. A lot of signals coming from Coach Moore over at third. There's one out here. Wolf's got good wheels. See if the Riders put something in play. And a hard swing by Horton.
Shortstop number 8, Logan Horton, up for center.
These are the batters that need to make something happen for the Riders.
Horton, another one of those young guys. I think he's, a sophomore this year? Am I right? Maybe junior?
I think he's a junior.
And a bunt is going to lay down right back to Davenport. He goes to first base, and the awkward throw.
Yeah.
But Cade Moore able to catch that and step back on the bag, so that was almost a disaster. The Riders would have loved to have had that ball trickle away, but it just wasn't in the cards. That's going to bring up Cody Atkinson with 2 away here, and Easton Wolf standing at second.
Atkinson, record-setting football player. You call his name a lot at home games. But
tell you what, the determination in a body his size is unbelievable.
Right. And Shires told me that the speed, when you see it close in a baseball field, is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, just a great athlete, great determination to play, much bigger than he is. All right, he's got an opportunity here to do a little damage. And he's going to swing through that outside fastball. Wolf's got pretty good wheels out there. If Atkinson can put something in play, the Riders have a chance.
2-out hits. I mean, that's what wins ball games.
Atkinson swinging for the fences here. I don't know that he's thinking contact. I think he's thinking hero.
Well, we need contact here. Need to poke one through that into the right field. But he's 0-2, so he has to be defensive at this point.
Chokes up on the bat, not able to connect there, and he's going to strike out on 3 pitches. And the Riders strand one at second. It's still 2-0. Riders down to the Bulldogs.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those
Oh,
American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm
Ice
a
cream,
vegetarian.
cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Lots of
Ice
protein.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
All right, you know what, Walton?
Yes.
All this rain and mud and stuff, it's really messed my car up. It's all nasty on the outside. What can I do about that?
Go to B3 Car Wash.
Yes.
And if you only have a couple of seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, put your change in there and get her done, or drive through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit more time, but we're talking 4 or 5 minutes, and it's a pretty inexpensive way to get clean.
Yeah. B3, speaking of B3, we have a B3 pitching change. What you got, Locke?
Well, we've got Easton Wolf has come in to pitch. T.J. Bellin has moved over to shortstop, and Horton is over at third. So a little bit of shift on the infield, but Easton Wolf is going to come in relief here in the bottom of the fourth.
Pitch and change brought to you by East Texas Auto Motor, the official auto repair shop of the broadcast team. You know where it is. If you need to get there, it's on the left-hand side, heading towards Tenaha. About 300-400 yards past the city limit sign on the left.
All right, this is #1, Ritter. So the 7, 8, 9 hole hitters coming up for the Bulldogs. And that one's going to skip in, ball 1. Well, this is a good place to make the change. 7, 8, 9 hole hitter. Go ahead and bring in a fresh arm, set these guys down, and let's get back in this ball game.
So many of these guys, Wolf included, played Little League in Shelby County and were on the teams that would go and advance into the World Series of their respective age groups. And I imagine a little bit of travel ball in between,
Absolutely. I know Sutton Links played travel ball year-round since he was probably, in the womb maybe, somewhere around there. Wolf has certainly traveled. A lot of these guys now, pretty much in every town, you're going to see a lot of these ball players. They play year-round.
And you get to the high school level and you're competing against some guys, and the girls compete against girls that they travel with.
Absolutely. A lot of the girls do the same. You're right. All right, well, unfortunately, a walk to Ritter to lead things off for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up Crawford. So we'll see if Mr. Ritter is going to stay at first base or if he's going to try to go visit second. They square bunt, and the bunt goes foul for strike 1. So just kind of overhearing the legend, Mr. Larry down there. He said they have really put together a lot of bunting this year. They don't have the heavy bats that they've had in years past, and we're definitely seeing that tonight. So
yeah, they have small balled well, and that was a pretty wild pitch so far outside that you couldn't get to it. Easy second base advancement there.
So Ritter's at second. It's a 1-1 count to Crawford. Easton Wolf just having a hard time getting in the strike zone. He's trying to stay outside, but he's just a little bit too far outside. Another bunt. This one's going to hit the batter. Umpire calls him back.
If he hadn't, that would have been – he might have beaten the throw, but the second to third was going to be a no-brainer.
All right, so the count now 1-2. Big
Oh,
change
got
up,
him.
strike 3. That is a twice-the-eye strikeout on the big hook
Yes.
by Easton Wolf.
4 consecutive balls on the first guy, and then in 4 pitches struck out the next one. He got focused.
That was a
That was
beautiful curveball.
That was a fish hook, baby. That was huge. That was a 12-6, it looked like to me.
All right, number 12, Legrone comes up. He is the 9-hole hitter.
Comes back with it again. Going to miss with that one.
That was pretty close. Umpire thought about it for a minute, but it's going to go for ball 1. We got 1 out with a man at second. Wolf delivers a strike that time, 1-1.
He doesn't take long between pitches, does he?
Most pitchers like to work pretty quickly, especially if you feel good about your stuff. You want to get it over the plate. This one on the inside corner misses, 2-1.
Easton's playing third base. How does he warm up?
Well, especially on a night like this, it's hard to get warm. They give you a few pitches, and you just got to do your best. And there's the breaking ball. That's going to be fouled off. Just kind of, Legrone just kind of hacked at that.
Yep.
Once he saw what it was, there wasn't much he could do. The count even at 2-2 here. I'm going fastball well off the plate and make him reach for it.
Yep.
And he comes inside with a breaking pitch, swing and a miss. They make sure the runner is able to steal third on the throw down to first. They had to go to first base. Lout didn't handle the pitch completely, and when he dropped it, they ran. So he had to throw down to first. The runner broke for third and made it safely, but there's now 2 outs.
He's iced 2 of them in a row.
He has. Yep. Easton's pitching well. He's kind of getting in a groove here.
It's twice the ice. 3 different locations in Shelby County for your ice needs. He iced him.
Back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs. And Chambers is going to take a pitch for strike 1. Big hook. That one's going to stay up out of the zone, so 1-1. And comes back with a hard fastball. That's going to be chopped up. It is trouble. Jaden Lane goes back for it. And believe it or not, Sutton Link on a run is able to come in from right field and make the play.
That's him. He made the play just outside the range of the camera, but good job. And so an efficient inning for Mr. Wolf as he comes in and does well. We're now through 4. Riders down 0-2. We'll be right back.
What do you do when the world gets a little blurry? When the eyes aren't exactly doing what they once did? You need a little focus. In Center, Texas, that focus is on the center square right next to the Rio, the beautiful and historic offices of Dr. Charles Collard. If it's frames or contacts you're looking for, or if it's a more serious problem, Dr. Collard can help you. Dr. Charles Collard in Center. Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look. Year in and year out, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep has backed the riders. And year in and year out, Wright Chrysler's the place you go for the right vehicles, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and trucks. Sales manager Jeff Baker and Chrysler and Rough Rider standout Greg Hubbard would love to set you up with the right vehicle at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So Monday night, we have the Coach Meeks show again at the pizzeria. So far, we've had a bunch of different pizzas. What's been your favorite at the pizzeria?
I like the buffalo chicken.
Yeah, that's a different, a big hit on their new menu. A lot of new stuff, including the lasagna that I had for lunch 2 days ago at the pizzeria. It's where we have the Coach Meeks show, but it's good all the time. 598-7117.
Of course, the extra crispy pepperoni pizza.
That's
Rick
true.
Meeks'
Real
favorite.
thin?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have that.
Well, that's what Coach Meeks
I didn't
always
know
wants.
that it was extra crispy. I'm
Yeah,
glad they
extra
did.
extra crispy pepperoni.
Very good. Extra thin. That's Pizzeria brings you Rough Rider baseball.
Case Milford starting things off for the Riders here. Takes a fastball low out of the zone for ball one. So it's going to be Milford, Link, and Mosley getting things started here in the top of the fifth. We are mowing them down here, folks. We're moving right along tonight. And a swing and a miss evens the count at 1-1.
Hoping for a DQ dinger. That's a Rough Rider home run, but a DQ bomber just as good. Anything with chocolate in it. If it's a big hit, we'll take that. Doesn't have to be a home run.
Had DQ tacos Wednesday night.
Oh, that's the best. They're
Oh,
the
so
best.
good. So good. And that one outside, 2-1. All right, Milford is due. He has been playing some terrific defense. He's due a little hit here. And he gets it. This is hit long into center field. But unfortunately, Caden Ritter able to camp out and get under that ball. But a good ride by Case Milford.
Yeah, that's of all the either team, that's the ball that's traveled the farthest so far. That travels counts as a DQ bomber. It was just caught.
All right, Sutton Link comes to the plate. He made that great catch for the third out in this last inning on the foul ball to right field. And takes a high fastball out of the zone, ball one.
I was talking about all the other games. There are baseball games. There's softball going on. Lady Riders, I think, are playing their second district game tonight. There was also Rough Rider tennis in Nacogdoches and a golf tournament.
Ball two.
In the spring, there's so much going on. As a teacher, I always felt like, Tuesdays and Fridays in the spring, we were running a bus station. It's where you went to get on the bus and go somewhere. And if you didn't have anywhere to go, I would teach you something. But lots going on.
And that pitch outside. So Links worked himself into a 3-0 count here. So what do you say to a true freshman on varsity with a 3-0 count?
Against a guy as good as this.
Take.
You take. You do not swing my bat. And that one inside. Ball four. Good job. Link draws a 4-pitch walk.
Kind of surprised.
Now for center, number 6, Caleb Mosley.
Brings up Caleb Mosley. A lot of signs coming from Coach Moore. We'll see if the Riders get a little tricky here in the fifth. They're running out of outs. They're going to have to do something to get those zeros off the board. They show bunt early. Ball is high. He pulls back. They're going to catch Link, and he is safe. He is safe. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
A late call, folks. We don't have a clue. Neither does Link. He's standing there saying, what the heck? We have no idea why they called him out.
His coach is going to talk, so he's going to stay on the base until it's finalized.
I mean, Link was on top of the bag when the tag was made. I don't understand what the call is about. How do you call him out? And he didn't call him out until about 3 seconds after the play.
Well, I was surprised it was as close as it was. He was caught absolutely in no man's land, halfway between, stopped with a
Right. By all measures of justice, he should have been out, but he wasn't.
I don't think he was. Right. That's right.
All right, well, here we go. So much for the base runner. 2 outs now on the board. Mosley's going to have to change his game plan. Swing away here against Davenport. And the fastball catches that corner again.
That corner.
Davenport is really good. It's almost, when I think of the major league guys, I think of Tom Glavine, right? And Maddox. Those guys would paint that outside corner. There it is again.
There it is, and there's another strike. Mosley, brother, you're just going to have to swing.
I
I don't know what to tell you.
He's thinking that's just not a strike.
Yeah, it's not a strike in his head, but it's a strike on the field. He's going to have to swing. That one's well outside. That's the only one that made sense to take.
And see, did you see the catcher? He got in a fight with a bug. He won. He won.
Count now 1-2 with 2 outs. You got to swing at anything within about 3 foot of the plate right here. And he does. That was a good pitch to swing on, not able to catch up to it. The Riders go down. Another 0 on the board. We'll be right back. Rough Riders down 2-0.
Your Rough Rider Winter Sports schedule brought to you in part by Fast Tax. Get it right. Get it quick. Abundant Love Ministry, a place for everyone to worship. Tomlin Insurance Store, Texans serving Texans. Rough Rider Quick Lube, they back the riders all the way. And Andrews Construction, the original sponsor of Lady Rider basketball. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank since 1981. Your Center Rough Rider Winter Sports schedule brought to you in part by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place in Shelby County for the helpful hardware folks. Brookshire Brothers, beginning its 103rd year as your neighborhood market. And Covington Lumber Supply. If you need it to build or repair, you find it at Covington's.
Portacool, with over 30 Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
Did you find one? Turn me down.
I think we're on.
I think we are on. Easton Wolf back on the mound for the Rough Riders, facing number 23, Watson. Count now 2-1. And Watson just kind of punches at one. That's going to be a foul ball, so the count even 2-2. All right, here we go. Watson steps back in. And this is going to be flared into left field. It's going to be trouble. And Atkinson not able to get there. That drops in. And Watson digs for second, and he's going to be in with a stand-up double. That was just a tough spot. He punched at that ball on the outside corner, and it just blooped over between third base and left field. So it's going to be scored a double for the Bulldogs. Brings up Davenport, the pitcher, with a runner at second and no outs.
Yeah, that's no good. I couldn't really see it through the window. Was it one we could have gotten to, or is it just perfectly placed?
No, it was perfectly placed. It was just really tough. It fell right in between. They both gave good effort and just not able to get there. Shows bunt, pulls back. No play here, so we'll see. Davenport laid down a bunt the last time he came up. So with no outs and a man at second, not a bad choice there. Take the risk and try to advance that runner to third. This one's popped in the air. Colby Lout makes the play for the out. What a break for the Rough Riders.
That's a bunt high fly.
So we will take that all night long. So Watson heads back to second base. Lout with the play and the put out. It's going to bring up number 10, Preston. He is the cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs.
Rough Riders have 2 more chances to come in and try and put 2 runs on the board if they can get out of this one with nothing. Kind of feel like 2 runs is a pretty tall order. Anything more would be very tall.
That pitch inside, inside to Preston. And he's going to show bunt as well. We've already had this scenario once tonight. A runner at second, they showed bunt, put it down the third baseline, and we were not able to pick it up in time. So 2-0 count. That one's outside 3-0. So if I'm Preston, I'm going to show bunt here, but I'm definitely not going to with a 3-0 count.
Right.
I'm going to pull it back. We'll see. Wolf's going to have to groove one here. And he does. 3-1.
Wolf came in last inning and gave the Rough Riders some great pitches. Struck 2 out, got in and out of the inning quickly. After that first 4-ball walk, he was really, really sharp.
Shows bunt again. And that's going to draw ball 4. That was a close pitch. I thought
that was pretty good.
I think Wolf wanted that one.
Any of the pitches that have been close anywhere other than outside right have been balls as often as they've been strikes. Boy, outside right has been the Carthage pitcher has been feasting there.
All right, 1 away. Bulldogs with runners at first and second.
You're right, Wallington. This can't afford to give up any more runs here.
This is the catcher, Brooks Soap. And that pitch is going to be outside low for ball 1.
Tell me what's the difference between that pitch and all the ones that have been crossing the plate for the Red.
That one inside under the elbows, and it's going to be called ball 2. Goodness gracious. Strike zone's getting tinier and tinier here. And the curveball does not find the plate. I guess Wolf's going to have to roll it up there or something. He's tried every pitch, and he's putting them on the corners and not getting the calls. Look at the toes of the batter.
Yeah, really crowding it.
That one, of course, is going to be called inside because he was leaning out over the plate.
Yeah.
So ball 4 walks, the bases loaded with 1 out here.
Yeah, this is pretty critical right here. And what spot in the order is number 8?
So number 8 is the 6-hole hitter. Bases loaded, 1 away. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, so this is where the danger zone begins right here. You get in the 5th inning, things start changing in a ball game. And he's going to foul the first pitch back. See Easton take that new ball and rub it really, really good. I guarantee you every ball out there is a little bit damp and a little bit slick. Curveball's going to be hit hard, sky high. Caleb Mosley comes in to make the play. Oh, and Sutton Link calls him off and slips in the wet grass. And it falls to the turf. Folks, what a tough break. Sutton Link made the right call. He was in the right position when he stopped to catch the ball. Both feet went out from under him on the wet turf.
Right. The wet turf has played a part, hasn't it? Our pitchers have struggled to grip it, especially our first one. And then right there, the wet turf, basically a courtesy run for the Red. Do you think he would have been able to get the throw in? You think they would have been able to get the run from in there?
It would have been close.
It would have been close. They would have had to have tagged, and we would have had a shot, but at least we would have had the out on the board.
Right.
And in this case, neither opportunity happened. So we're still 1 away. The runner scored on the error, and the bases are still loaded.
Just whatever whatever.
So Ritter, he's going to be your 7-hole batter.
Fouled that one away for the second strike.
You see even Ritter wiping his hands. The bats are wet, the ball's wet, the turf's wet. Everything is a little slippery tonight. That one skips in. Good job by Colby Lout. That could have been a dangerous spot there with the bases loaded, and Lout able to keep that ball in front. This one's going to be fouled away. So the count now 1-2. Time called at the plate. So a double play would be really handy right about now if I could call my shot. This one punched out a play foul.
Yeah, that's a good shot to call. I was thinking strikeout, but yeah, double play would be just fine.
Ritter did a little damage last time down in that 7-hole. Like to get him out here. Oh, and the big breaking ball and does not get the call.
Wow.
Tough pitch. Wolf threw a beautiful breaking ball. I think Ritter buckled, thought it was a strike, and the only person on the field that didn't was the umpire.
There you go. Throw it down and away.
That's going to be a foul ball, long and out near right field. Link gave it a run, but it got over the fence. And this is a bloop off the handle. It's going to go to Case Milford. He takes the shot to first base, only play he had, and the Riders make the out but give up another run. So it is now 4-0 with 2 outs, men at second and third. Tough spot for Milford. That was really the only choice he had. That ball wasn't hit hard enough to come home. All he could do was flip it over to first base.
Yeah, that wasn't going to make it to second either. So.
Nifty little play, spin move by Milford there.
Yeah.
All right, this is Crawford, the 8-hole batter. Pitch outside for a ball. Good hard fastball down the middle to even the count at 1-all. Wolf trying to pitch out of a little trouble here. And the changeup for strike 2. Beautiful choice of pitches there.
Well done.
Crawford had already swung and stepped across the plate before the ball was caught. Comes back fastball outside, does not get the call and does not like it.
The center crowd is beside themselves. Was that not low and away?
So there's a guy here named
that was a
Davenport.
strike.
He's got that call every single time.
That's right, low and away.
And that they're going to call it a foul ball. I thought it was a clean miss. I thought it skipped off the catcher.
All right. I think it hit something on the batter. I'm not sure.
I heard a thump, but I don't know that it hit a bat. I think it hit a body part.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually good for us because first base is open, so it could have been there. Oh, come on.
No, if you swing and it hits you, it doesn't matter. It's a strikeout.
Okay.
So.
You can't steal first on that?
No, not if it touches your body.
Oh, not if it touches your body. But
yeah,
if
I thought it hit the batter. And that pitch inside. Yeah, no, I thought it actually. I thought he swung through it and it hit him on the knee area. Because I heard a thump.
Okay.
Not a tap like a foul ball off a bat. Well, it doesn't matter now. He took ball 4 for the walk. Bases are loaded again with 2 outs here. This brings up the 9-hole hitter Legrone.
And just got to get him while it's the 9-hole hitter. Can't afford to let the top of the order back in. When we finish this inning, we will hear from Aurora Concepts, who normally brings us our 5th inning stretch. Going to bring us the 6th inning stretch today. Aurora Concepts. Halftime for every other sport and the inning stretch in baseball.
Another good pitch. And no call there, so the count 2-1.
Easton's going, I've got to groove it down right down the middle of the plate to get a strike called.
Goes outside. Picks up a strike there on an outside pitch with a swing and a miss.
But I don't. If he doesn't swing,
he's not going to get the call.
Not going to be a strike.
Not going to get the call. And a foul ball off the plate. Yeah, that's how a foul ball sounds. You got that tink. A while ago we didn't get a tink, we got a thud.
Right.
All right, 2-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Breaking ball comes to the shortstop. T.J. Bellin tosses over and Milford puts it away at second base. Out of a jam, but the Riders give up 2 more runs. They are down 4-0. We're headed to the top of the 6th.
This Wallington Shires and Pierce production on the YouTube channel of the Northeast Texas Sports Network, brought to you in part by Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Mathis Realty, proud of East Texas, one home at a time. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank.
Aurora Concepts is going to be a special guest of mine on my morning show at 7:45 on Tuesday, as they talk a little bit about bleeding disorders. I thought eating disorders is what she was saying, but no, it's disorders of the blood, the opposite of when your blood clots too much. When does it not clot enough? It's pretty interesting. They are so full of information and educating the public. Aurora Concepts, they're on Her Street, brings you that inning stretch. Big swing and Cody Atkinson up to the plate. Really just kind of need him to get on base. I mean, we'll take a DQ dinger home run, but just get on base. Down by 4 in the top of the 6th.
And a hard fastball is going to miss low. Yeah, Cody not known for doing things halfway.
That's right.
Davenport still out for the Bulldogs. And that one outside, and they're going to call that a swing. Wow. Yeah. 1-1.
Yeah, in football, when you're tackling, you don't tackle, so you don't just make contact.
Right. You run through people.
Wrap them up. So.
Yeah, Cody doesn't just go up to swing. He swings for the fence every time.
There it is.
There's that outside pitch for strike 2.
But that outside pitch is moving differently with Davenport than with Wolf. It looks different. Where it ends up is the same.
And Cody hits this one hard. It's going to float just a little bit right to the right fielder. Blayton Legrone makes the play. Thought that one had a little bit better legs on it, but it got up in the air and kind of died.
Yeah, that's a shame. At the second or third hit tonight with good contact, but just unable to get one to fall so far. Milford popped it good last time.
I don't think that's Milford.
That's not Milford.
That's not. You're
that's
right.
Bellin.
Yeah.
Are they batting out of?
They do some kind of switch?
I'm not sure. Bellin goes up and shows bunt. So this is T.J. Bellin at the plate, folks. I'm not sure. He was batting in the 1 spot. They've got him down to the 6th spot right now. Not sure what happened there. Big swing and a miss. Down in the count 0-2 here, going to have to work hard. Outside low, and he misses.
Just a little bit
Wait a
too
minute.
low.
Wait a minute.
A little bit too outside.
You just can't.
Even
You
for
can't
tonight.
afford to take that pitch tonight, though.
You know, I'm going to wonder this out loud. We can't see from our angle here. I'm wondering if that fastball has a tail on it. I'm wondering if it's
That's what I'm
cut.
thinking. That's
If
what
it's
I'm
cutting right at the end.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss by Bellin, and he's going to go down on strikes, 2 outs.
I think you're right.
There's got to be a little bit of a cut fastball work
it's
there.
ending up
because-
in the same place, but
Yeah.
it's got to look different.
It's got to be looking different those last few feet to give the umpire that impression.
The Rough Rider baseball season is brought to you in part by Granny Bees. What's your favorite snow cone flavor?
I am a pina colada man
Oh,
all
yeah?
the way. I had a pina colada, what is today, Friday? I had a pina colada yesterday.
Good. So they're already open, already moving.
Absolutely. And, hey, you can get like fruit and cream and all kinds of fancy stuff.
Yeah. It's not your. These are not your daddy's snow cones.
Not your daddy's snow cone.
Which location did you go to, Locke?
I went through the drive-through because I'm just lazy that way. But, you know, got my little card started. I've already got a frequent flyer card going, and I'll fill that bad boy up here pretty quick.
That's good. As Granny Bees brings it to you, and also Bird Forestry. We appreciate their sponsorship of baseball and softball. Bird Forestry, your forestry leaders in East Texas.
So 3-0 count. So we've got a little switch here in the batting order, folks. So this is number 10, Jaden Lane. Not sure how we went from Cody Atkinson back to the top of the order. Jaden Lane's the 2-hole hitter. And he's going to take a 3-0 strike there. Now 3-1.
We've only had, about 3 or 4 base runners today.
Yeah, it's been a tough night. It's been a pitcher's night, that's for sure. Comes back inside under the elbows and gets strike 2. So
That was
full
a
count.
nasty pitch right there.
That was tough.
It's the same thing. He's a left-handed batter, so he's not reaching for that low and away. He's dodging it inside and low.
Full count, 2 outs. Same pitch, and he misses for ball 4.
Okay.
That one was elevated just a little. I think he missed high there.
He says, sir, if I stay there, it hits me. This can't be a strike.
All right, Easton Wolf with a man at first base and 2 outs.
Ryder's got 4 outs left, so we really be nice if we could cut into this lead here.
Yeah. You sure don't want to have to get 4 runs in the last inning.
And Wolf holds off a good-looking breaking ball, but lets that one go outside for ball 1. Good choice. It's a surprisingly chilly night here.
Yeah. Here
March
in late
baseball.
March. All right.
And that pitch almost got past the catcher. Like that one might have gotten away from Davenport there for a minute. Jaden Lane with a good lead over there.
Davenport's thrown in his last 8 pitches, 6 of them have been balls.
See him wiping his hand on his jersey. I'm sure that ball is damp and hard to grip. Wolf's going to step out, break the timing again. Keep an eye on Lane. He's got a good lead over at first base, but there are 2 outs. That pitch high and away.
Yeah.
So 3-0 to Wolf.
Again, that's 7 of the last 9 pitches have been balls. I appreciate the Forge, Jim, on the square. Dan Column and his staff at the Forge would love to not just have you in their gym, but if you need a little bit of advice and instruction on how best to maximize your time, ask him. The Forge Gym, beautifully overlooking the downtown center square.
It's always funny to me when the umpires go to clean the base here on these turf fields. There's nothing to clean.
It's got a little bit of polyester or whatever.
A couple little rubber pellets,
yeah,
maybe.
Get rid of those pellets.
2 out, 3-0 count. Taken all the way here, and that one almost gets Wolf on the elbow, but he'll take it for ball 4. And the Riders got a little something going on the bags. Runners at first and second with 2 away. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Logan Horton.
5 consecutive balls now for Davenport.
Went to the rosin bag, and it's not going to matter because here comes the Carthage coach.
Okay. While the Carthage coach comes out, we will hear from Ace Hardware. We'll be right back.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
All right, go.
Well, Davenport, after a visit, he's going to step back on the mound. Logan Horton steps in with runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And there's that outside corner.
That's what the coach told him. Throw that outside thing.
Yeah, forget all that other stuff. I want you to throw the outside corner. You get the call.
If you get it anywhere near the plate, it's going to be a strike. You know that.
Horton got an opportunity here for the Riders. That one gets down in the dirt. Good job by Brooks Soap keeping that one in front of him. Count now 1-1. And Soap calls time. He's going to go check his pitcher. You can see Davenport is really struggling to keep his hands. He's wiping his hands on his pants, his shirt. He went to the rosin bag a couple of times. We haven't seen him struggle until now. I don't know if it's the moisture or he's just taking a little extra time for control. Don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of balls. 9 of the last 12 pitches now have been just, well, some of them have been way outside the strike zone.
He's struggling to keep control here, and he went to his T-shirt sleeve on his throwing hand. I mean, he's really reaching for anything. All right, count 1-1.
Yeah, this is a lot slower.
Setting up way outside on Horton. Horton gets this one down. It's hit short, goes to second, and they're going to take the out at second base, and the Riders are going to strand 2. Running out of outs here at Bulldog Stadium. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th, down 4-0.
This Wallington Shires and Pierce production on the YouTube channel of the Northeast Texas Sports Network, brought to you in part by Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Mathis Realty, proud of East Texas, one home at a time. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile.
That's right. Miss Julie Big senior starter for the center softball team. Great softball player. Been playing since she could walk.
Yeah.
Learned everything from, well, probably from her mom, not her dad.
Almost certainly. And, of course, Granny B snow cones, they're open. That means once Granny B's open, that means summer started.
Yeah. Summer has started, whether you like it or not.
Even with 2 months left of school, summer has started. Granny B's Bird Forestry appreciate their sponsorship of Rough Rider Baseball.
All right, Bulldogs back to the top of the order. This is number 6, Chambers. And Wolf starts him off with a hard fastball for strike 1.
Good pitch. Is the top of the Bulldog order, though, so the challenge is to limit the damage. They're already up 4-0.
And breaking ball is going to go low, evens the count 1 all.
Low outside corner, same spot. Something's different about the way when it goes across the plate.
And the bunt back to Wolf. He's going to go to first. And they make the play. They're going to say that the throw drew Lane off the bag. It's hard for us to tell from the line here.
I think Wolf's throw was a little bit to the left of the baseman, so it put him right in the way. Had to back up instead of being able to stretch forward. That's a shame.
That brings the second baseman, Sam Watson, to the plate with a runner on first, no outs. He shows bunt. That's going to get away from Lout, and the runner will go to second uncontested.
Runner advances to second.
All right, well, no need to bunt here, but we'll see if they keep it on.
I bet they do try to get him over to third.
Not a whole lot of balls been put in play tonight, so I would expect to probably see that bunt play. You're right.
Right.
Yep, there it is. This one's popped in the air down third base line, goes foul.
This is where you really normally see the bunt, when you have no outs with a runner on second.
It's a good place to put it. If you feel that, to look up, you have to look up to see if the runner's coming to third. You can't even tag him because you're right there, but that split second it takes you to see him. If he's not, then it's going to really be real hard to make the play at first. That's clever.
And pitch well outside.
Win or lose, we will select the Center Motor Company player of the game for the Rough Riders, and we will go down to the field to hopefully talk to that player and definitely to talk to Coach Moore after the game. That is the, oh my.
And this one's going to get past Lout. Runner will advance to third.
It's the second time at this at bat that runner's gotten free passage.
Wolf's going to ask for a dry ball. I can't help but think that's part of the problem. The ball's just really hard to control.
The Schaffner's Washateria post-game show. And Will Blacksher and Schaffner's Washateria brings you that live report from the field.
Steve, Schaffner's Washateria, the official Washateria of Count
Dracula and his whole family.
With all new dryers,
really?
By the way.
Really?
I saw Will did a post the other day. He has put in all new dryers at Schaffner Washateria. So, and another bunt play. This one's going to go off Watson's foot. And that'll make the count 3-2. So with a full count, he's definitely not going to bunt here. Runner is at third. But that's going to draw a question from Coach Moore.
What's he asking?
I think he's saying that he hit the ball and then hit himself. Did the ball land? I'm really not sure what he was asking there. Maybe it was the ball kicked. I don't know. Maybe he thought he ran into it on purpose in foul territory. It doesn't make any sense. Not sure what he was asking, but I'm sure he had a reason.
Really need this out. That much is for sure. With the fifth run of the game over on third, almost any contact is going to score that runner.
So full count. He's going to swing away here. And punches this down the left field line, just foul, thank goodness. That would have been trouble. All right, so we'll line up and do it again. There are no outs here, folks. We got a man on third, full count on the batter, and fouls this one down the first base side.
Don't really need to worry about the pitch count here, as I suppose, knowing that we were facing on Tuesday a weaker team, we started our ace, I'm assuming, to make sure you get that win. And then.
And this one's fouled straight back.
And
so
Wolf has been pitching since what inning? The fourth?
Wolf came in the fourth inning, so yeah, he's starting to build up some pitches here. It's a good battle here at the plate between Watson and Wolf.
Yeah.
Neither one giving in very much.
About the 9th or 10th pitch of the exchange.
And this one fouled as well. 4 foul balls in a row on 4 straight pitches.
Heard Larry Allen say this will be the 10th pitch at the at-bat. That's matches what you said.
And that was a changeup. It's going to hit softly to left field. Atkinson coming in, makes a sliding play, cannot come up with the ball. I thought he caught that.
Yeah, I just don't.
So the throw is not going to get there in time. That'll be a sliding triple for Mr. Watson. Tough play. We saw Atkinson sliding in. We thought he made a play on the ball.
I thought he had it caught easily.
Not sure what happened. From where we are in the press box, we couldn't see the angle. But the ball did get past him, unfortunately. That gave Watson an extra base.
That's the second time today that a ball has been hit right there behind third base and in front of the left fielder, and it's been the same thing. Almost got there, didn't quite. And I believe the last time that happened, a runner scored.
The Riders find themselves down now 5-0 with 1 inning left. This is the 3-hole hitter Davenport. He's the starting pitcher tonight. Still have a man on third base and no outs. He's going to punch that foul as well, so 2 strikes. Haven't seen Davenport swing in the last couple of at-bats. He's bunted every time.
Yeah.
And fouls this pitch off as well.
This is a beautiful field, but there aren't very many clubs in the state that needed. There's a bigger difference between what they had and what they have than this group. Playing out at the Little League field forever.
And this one foul back as well. So 4 foul balls in a row. Yeah, you're right. We were always surprised we'd come to Carthage and they were playing on what amounted to a old Pony League field, and they played on it for decades.
Had a good name, named after what, Tex Ritter, no, the Jim Reeves.
Jim Reeves Field, you're right. Called lots of ball games there. Now this one's going to hit sharp into the gap in right center. Davenport, after 4 foul balls, is going to get a stand-up double RBI. Well, that's probably the first clean-looking hit we've seen of the night into the outfield.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it wasn't us.
I'd be curious to see how they scored the 2 left field hits, where the errors were the hits. They were close enough to where they could go either way. And the hit straight up the middle.
Yeah,
would have been a hit, but it was a grounder all the way. So.
All right, well, the Riders find themselves down 6-0 here. Still no outs. Davenport standing on second base. So a pinch runner for the pitcher. Number 10, Preston, comes to the plate. He is the cleanup hitter. And a big hook curveball falls for a strike.
I have a thought question for you, Block. After after this pitch, one that may take you several pitches to answer. Oh,
and a swing and a miss. Good pitch.
We play baseball all the time in Shelby County, and we have some really good players that come out of that, but it doesn't seem that we have a whole lot of high-end pitchers that come out.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since we had a marquee-type pitcher, and a good play by Cole Milford at second base to retire the out. Runner does advance to third, but to see an out on the board is a good sign here.
Whereas Kilgore and Carthage and a lot of the, Spring Hill, a lot of the powerhouses, they have good players. And they have pitchers. What's the difference?
It's just a lot of it is the programs that the kids grow up in. You've got larger towns with larger opportunities as far as some of the ability to play tournament ball, travel ball. Center has that and has for a while, but we did play catch-up for a long time.
Yeah.
And, you go back to the Jackson Covingtons and some of those guys that went on and pitched into the college careers. And that class of 2015, I think there were three kids that came off that field that played at the college level that pitched. So, it's been a little while. We don't have the volume that some of these other towns do. This is a comebacker to Wolf. He's going to check three and go first base for the out, so 2 down. And frankly, a lot of it is just that. It's volume and opportunity, especially when you get into the Kilgore, around the Tylers and the Longview area. There's a lot of baseball academies up there.
Yeah,
so you've got kids that get year-round, weekly instruction from professionals. We have a little bit of that in Shelby County, but not as much as some of those other places. So there's a handful of guys that will give private lessons and do a very, very good job. Don't misunderstand, but we just don't have the group opportunity that a lot of these places have. This pitch going to be fouled off. So 2 outs, 2 strikes, and a man on third.
Because our varsity pitching staff, we have a very promising junior. And then we have a freshman as kind of number 2, and then T.J. Bell, and this is his 3rd sport.
Right.
I know he didn't go to any academies. He was playing football and basketball, and he's just a talented kid. So
well, and you see that more and more, and you hear a lot of coaches talking about the specialization now.
Right.
You don't see 3- and 4-sport athletes like you used to. You see a lot of kids that, hey, I'm a fill in the blank. I'm a football star.
Sure.
I'm a baseball player, and that's the only sport they do, and they do it year-round. They focus on it. So that comes into prominence, especially when you get into some of these larger towns like a Kilgore, where not everybody's going to play multiple sports. They're going to go to the baseball academy down the street, and they're going to become a pitcher.
In the meantime, we got out of the inning, so it's 6-0. The Rough Riders will have one more choice. We'll hear from Covington Lumber, and we'll be right back.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. This Wallington Shires and Pierce production on the YouTube channel of the Northeast Texas Sports Network, brought to you in part by Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Mathis Realty, proud of East Texas, one home at a time. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank.
Everybody, welcome back. We'll get ready to start the top of the 7th, the Riders' last chance.
It's a little bit of a tall order, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just pick up 6 runs right quick.
Down 6 runs. Davenport comes back out to finish the game.
Okay.
You know, I want to give credit where credit's due. He is we knew coming in, we've seen him pitch before. Outstanding young athlete, terrific pitcher.
Is he a senior?
I hope and pray he is a senior.
Yeah, he is. He is.
But outstanding young man. He's done a great job tonight. Don't want to take anything away from him. Pitched a great game so far. Cody Atkinson's going to lead things off.
This team, Carthage, has only 3 sophomores on the roster, and I doubt many of them are starting, whereas Center has more underclassmen starters than upperclassmen. Definitely a rebuilding year.
And that pitch is going to be inside, ball 1. You know, we talked about opportunity. I know for years and years and years, the Panola baseball coach was on the Little League board for Panola County Little League. So you have college instruction doing coaches clinics and leading summer camps and things like that. That kind of thing is just hard to replicate.
That's right.
In Shelby County.
That's right.
You go up to Kilgore, you've got multiple colleges, the Tyler area, Longview area. That's another piece to that puzzle you were asking me about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if Cody can get something going. Pitch high for ball 2.
One of the things that I like about Center High School, and that is also a terrible truth about it, we are just too large to be a small school, and we're too large to be too small to be a large one. We have a lot of 4-sport athletes, which is great. I think that's what you ought to have, but it keeps you from having the specialized skills.
Well, and give T.J. Bellin as an example.
Yeah.
How many baseball games, preseason games, did he miss? Not for anything he did wrong. It's because our basketball team was in the playoffs making a run.
Exactly.
And he was an integral part of that. So
Davenport struggles continue as we get Atkinson on base for the first time. Get to see him run.
All right. Case Milford coming up with no outs and a man on first. Let's see if we can get something going here.
A little bit of hope to stir it up there. Your leadoff first batter gets to base.
Well, they're not going to hold Atkinson at first. This is going to be chopped foul over the right field line.
Milford had one of those good contact, didn't fall in the right spot hits earlier. Have we had a hit?
No.
This is he's working on a no-hitter, but it's kind of an ugly no-hitter.
And that pitch goes over the head. Atkinson heads down to second. He's going to make it easy. So that ball definitely, you see Davenport wiping his hand on his jersey and on his sleeve, trying to do anything he can. That ball got away. It was 4 foot above Milford's head.
But the crazy part is that it bounced way back to the catcher, because, like a dodgeball off the back of the wall, and it made it. I was afraid that that Atkinson was going to get caught.
The catcher literally turned around and caught the ricochet when it hit something concrete down there.
I think it missed the pad and hit the block wall.
And that would have just been too much. The baseball gods can't be that cruel.
All right, well, hey, the Riders in a 0-out situation have a runner in scoring position. We'll see what happens with Milford at the plate, 1-1 count.
We appreciate, as always, our baseball game sponsors, Blake Furniture, Pizzeria, Bird Forestry, and Granny B Snow Cones. Thank you for making this broadcast possible.
Shows bunt, pulls back, but they call a strike at the plate. Atkinson takes third base because nobody was there.
That's right. No one was paying attention much.
Smart play by Atkinson. The third baseman had to crash in on the bunt play, and when Atkinson saw that, he took third base with no contest.
And our first third base runner, if I'm remembering right.
All right, so no outs. Runner at third, 1-2 count. And foul ball by Milford to keep things alive here.
So the pitcher here from Carthage, although he's thrown a lot of balls recently, is still working on a no-hitter.
That's what you say. We have the interesting possibility of a non-shutout
right.
no-hitter.
He's with Atkinson on third and no outs. Real possible he'll lose the shutout, might get the no-hitter.
And that one goes to the fence. He's going to score from third
easily
on the wild pitch. Atkinson puts a run on the board for the Rough Riders. It's 6-1 now.
Hey, he is pretty fast.
He is pretty quick.
I told you.
He did.
He started his slide at the batter's box and slid all the way through onto the green. That field is slick.
Yeah, he was like tackling through, you know.
Yeah. All right, 1 down, 5 more to go, fellas.
All right, so the count at the plate is 2-2 here. Let's see if Milford can get on. And it's going to be strike 3 on a swing.
Strikeout route number 1. Now up for Centaur. Number 4, Sutton Link.
Sutton Link comes to the plate now.
Remember, everybody, stick around. Schaffner's Washateria postgame show. With luck at all, we'll talk to our Coach Moore. We'll talk to our Center Motor Company player of the game. Who's that going to be if the game were to end right now?
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this one.
All right.
That one got him. So Link's going to get a free bag. I just heard the other announcer say that 10 more pitches and Davenport has to leave the game. He's going to hit the pitch maximum.
Isn't that something? So you might as well take him out now.
Yeah, this is
because it's looking like the no-hitter is going to be very difficult. He'd have to retire 2 more batters in less than 10 pitches. Well, we have a moment. Our whole season on NetSN is brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Let's hear from Azalea Orthopedics right now, and we'll be back to see what they do with the Carthage pitcher.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
all right. Well, it looks like Davenport's going to stay out. The Carthage pitcher looked like, or the coach looked like he was determined to make a change. He got out and talked to his pitcher, and the replacement pitcher, believe it or not, went back to the dugout. So 1 out here. Riders have a man on first. They squared a bunt, and Mosley is going to bunt that foul for a strike.
I wonder what caused that change of heart.
You know, I don't know. Sometimes, especially with a kid like Davenport's pitched so well, he says, hey, Coach, I think I've earned it. You don't want to be the coach to say, no, I'm going to replace you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And if he can retire in 9 pitches, he keeps a no-hitter. You don't get those.
Riders break for second base. Sutton's going to have to head back. Mosley's going to bunt that foul for strike 2.
That's frustrating, isn't it?
Link had a great jump on that pitch. He was going all the way.
It's about the only thing that's going to keep you from getting there is a foul ball.
That's right. Yeah, he had stolen second base, no question about it. Even if Mosley doesn't touch that ball, they're not going to throw Link out.
Game started so fast. I thought, no way we'll still be here at 9 o'clock, but it slows down, as most games do, but this one's kind of slowed to a crawl.
All right, 0-2. Mosley's going to swing away here. Link not being held. He's going to get a good jump. And another foul ball. Good job, Mosley.
And we think that's now 7 more pitches for him. because they have strictly enforced pitch counts.
Yes, I believe so.
Is it 100?
Well, probably 110.
I've got to remember. Yeah, it's been a long time since
This is going to be the 105th pitch.
110 right here. They may let him finish the batter. I don't remember on a final batter whether they let you finish or not. That one inside. All right, so looks like they're going to let him finish the at-bat because that was the 110th pitch.
What was? Okay.
So they're going to let him finish the at-bat here.
I think it's 105th.
Oh, 5th. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you said 10th. Okay, so the count at the plate is 1-2. There's one out. Sutton Link on first base. Mosley staying alive here. Outside, they're going to try Link at first. No way. He's there easy. So now 2-2 at the plate.
Interesting. And in softball, they don't have a pitch count at all, I understand.
No, and the motion of the arm is so different. You just don't have the wear and tear like you do on the overhand.
Right.
And that pitch outside.
Yeah, that's the same pitch, but just a little bit higher and a little further outside, full count. They sure changed the strategy of the game, though. In softball, if you have one ace,
that's right.
For the most part, you're competitive and you're a threat.
And that inside. Oh, no, they're going to call that strike 3. Mosley had his arms up. It was up under his elbows, but strike 3, he's going to be called out. Tough break for Mosley.
And with all 6 or 7 of those pitches at the at-bat, the runner is still at first.
So Gage Vadrine, designated hitter, comes up.
What pitch is this? 108 coming up? 109?
109.
109. So if they're going to be strict enforcers, he's got 2 more pitches.
So 2 outs with Sutton Link still at first base. He's running on the pitch. There's going to be a throw down at second. Link should be there. And they call him out.
And on the 109th pitch, they preserve the no-hitter.
Wow. That's the end of the ball game, folks. The Riders are going to go down 6-1. They tag Link, I guess, on the foot because he'd already slid by. Tough call.
All right, we'll be back with the Schaffner's Washateria post-game show right after this.
What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the Sign Shop, Center, Texas.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is the Schaffner Washateria post-game show. The counselor, Stephen Shires, here, along with Jason Locke up in the newly built press box. Chris Wallington is heading down to talk to the Rough Riders. We got to decide who our player of the game is.
I'll nominate Cody Atkinson. Managed to get on base and work his way around, the only rider to do so, and was able to steal home on a pass ball. So I'll give him a nomination.
I think we should go with that. We're going to pick. Oh, my gosh.
Little bleed over here.
Make sure you slow down for Kenny Hall. We'll see who's the guy in the last couple of right here. Beautiful. Open up, Pat. Thank you for supporting your
That's good. If Rob Merriman is paying attention, this is what you could do, Rob Merriman.
Come on, Rob. You got to step up.
Can you hear him going, this is Rob Merriman?
Yeah. I like the line about slow down through Tenahall.
Yeah.
So, who is our Center Motor Company player of the game?
We're going Cody Atkinson. Managed to finally get further than any rider did tonight and scored on the pass ball from third.
And just out of a kind of a echo or reverberation from football season, because Cody Atkinson still laid the wood, and it's my favorite.
Yeah.
But we just have to tell him that. But anyway, so you're moving down. The coach is obviously talking to the players. We're going to take a quick break, hear from some folks, and the Schaffner Walter post-game show will continue here live on NetSN. All right, well, what we're doing right now, Chris Wallington, is our Something to Smile About. We see you right there.
Okay, good, yeah.
So we're in the Wyndham Family Dental Something to Smile About. What do you think?
Well, it's a 6-1 loss, so what's to smile about? They played well. I think the difference was we faced a really, really good pitcher that's going to be considered for all district honors, and that otherwise pretty solid game. One error as far as a clear-cut error, and pretty clean game. I mean, Jason, you agree with me?
Yeah, I do. I mean, you can't watch that game and not say that we saw a terrific pitcher tonight for the Carthage Bulldogs, and he's going places. We know that, and
especially when he's getting that call on the.
Yeah, he was living on the outside corner, and it was working. I mean, kind of the old Tom Glavine thing. If it's working, don't break it. So he kept throwing, kept getting the calls, and he earned it tonight.
I just think we're close to. We're just kind of putting it together. Get down here on you, Chris Wallington.
Yes, sir. I figure that's plenty good to smile about, and we hear from Wyndham Family Dental if we have that ad ready. And then since we're going to talk to Clint Atkinson, we'll hear from Center Motor Company if you hadn't already played the ad. We'll be back with our interviews after this.
All right, sounds good.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Haley.
Excuse me?
Haley, my mouth hurts.
What?
My tooth in my mouth.
Oh, you have a toothache.
Yes, a tooth ache.
Well, you need to take that toothache to Wyndham Family Dental. If it can be done in a big city practice, it can be done at Wyndham Family Dental.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Schaffner Washateria postgame show. Rough Riders drop one 6-1. Official score tally. Carthage scored 6 runs on 6 hits with no errors. Rough Riders score 1 run of no hits with 3 errors. I mean, that's not unusual. It's not the first time. It's an unusual game when you score a run and you're no hit. Locke.
Yeah, it really was, but we did see a lot of small ball tonight, a lot of bunt plays. There were some, obviously pass balls, wild pitches, that kind of stuff. It was a wet game. We saw several players slip and fall. Sutton Link standing under an out there, and both feet went out from under him. I mean, it's just, you got to play the weather, and these kind of things happen. You get some unearned runs, and
we had there were 3 or 4 plays at second base, which from up here in the press box looked different from the way they were called, which made a huge difference too, because those those are outs. If they're not made, we have men on second base.
Yeah.
And one of those that looked different ended the game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is maybe the tag was on the leg because when you slide like that, your legs kind of kick up. And I'm thinking maybe he got him on the back of the calf or the foot, but that had to be the only tag. He was already past the infielder.
Hello, fellas. It looks like this is you don't want to stay here and make everything impossible for the Carthage folks because even the players are about ready to leave. So they're still talking in the team meeting. We'll just know that our player of the game is who he is, and we'll look forward to talking to Coach Moore next time. Have we heard from Schaffner's twice already?
We need to talk about them one more time. Like I said, they've got new dryers there because sometimes you wash your comforter or some big item. That's not something you might can do when you're on dryer. So you just take it down. I used to do that all the time. Take it down, or God forbid your washer or dryer go out and the Maytag man is not available immediately. Would you get you a few quarters and take it down to Schaffner Washateria?
That's right. Brand new all the way around. The whole place has brand new appliances in it. Good job, Will, taking care of things.
All right, Chris Wellington, are you already headed back up? Looks like they have broken. Looks like we've lost Chris Wellington.
All right, well, they're fixing to shut us down here.
Yeah, well, I'll go ahead for your final thoughts, and we'll close the game out.
Well, the Riders need to regroup. We're still in a fight here for third place. So we're headed to Kilgore. We got a 2-game set Tuesday and Thursday next week, folks. Be sure you understand the schedule. We're not going to play Friday night. We're going to play Tuesday and Thursday because of Good Friday.
And so for the Rough Rider team, we'll be in center on 6:30 to cover the Center Rough Rider soccer team. That's going to be on NFHS. It's packed the stadium mat. So if you're in center, like you'd open the door for Mr. Washington there. If you're in center, oh, there you go. If you're in center, come out to the stadium and watch us kick some booty as the Rough Riders soccer team is on a roll with 8 big wins in a row, or not 9 big wins in a row at this point. And going to play the Madisonville Mustangs in the round 1 of the playoffs. Come out and watch it live. But if you live out of town or you can't make it, tune in on NFHS. We will not be carrying that game on NetSN because we want folks in town to come out to the game and support these Rough Riders because we're going to have plenty more. This is a team, folks, I'm telling you, can make it all the way to Georgetown. They are hot on a roll, and they play some beautiful soccer. So, folks, this is the counselor, Stephen Shires, along with Jason Locke and Chris on the Mayfield Watlington as he went down, saying good night, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Or we'll see you on Monday night, because Monday night we have a Rick Mix coaches show. Might see if we can get Coach Moore out to talk to us there. So until then, just remember, whatever you do, make it nothing but net.
Three-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby. Red Horse takes it to the house.
This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.